Intruder, identify yourself.
Hello and welcome to the first episode in my push to the top 200. We're going to start off with the defense. A lot of people, both in global and from the forums and on YouTube, have been asking me about my base. My base actually works a lot better than you might think. It looks weak in some spots, and that's generally the downfall. There's a lot of bases designed like this, and this generally has traps in similar locations, but still some people seem to mess up with it. And sometimes I like to mix it up and move my traps around a little bit. Like this guy knows what he's doing. He sends his golems to set off those traps in this beginning right there. But those wizards in the center launches one and blows up another 3. And he has no golems on the other side to protect his witches and wizards right there. And some of them end up getting blown up right there, leaving only the witches. But as you can see, he gets a problem right there. He killed all of the defenses in that one compartment before the golems even got in. So the golems, instead of going deeper, went all the way to that archer tower. He accidentally drops a rage instead of a lightning, which gives my clan castle wizards enough time to bring his P.E.K.K.A down to red health. Those are the little red bars you see there. And then that one Tesla and the wizard tower are able to take out all 3 of his P.E.K.K.A before he can actually do anything. I actually never knew that when a Tesla pops up well under freeze, it becomes frozen as well. All he's got left going through the right direction is his 2 wizards over there. Archer, Queen, and Barbarian King, all going around this edge. No hope for him to get the Town Hall at this point. Right now I've got some pretty major stuff upgrading. As you saw, the one Inferno that's destroyed was actually upgrading. And it's taking all of my patience not to hit the button to finish it, because defenses are so hard up here. Please tell me some way to keep myself from hitting that button, because if my base defends like this with it down, how much better will I defend while my Inferno Tower is up and running? That Expo is going to be done by the time this video is uploaded, so hopefully that's going to help. But I'm still going to have a Wizard Tower and an Air Defense down. Plus 31 trophies on defense from 1 defense and a shield in Champions League. That's great. He was 3,700 some when he attacked me, and I was 3,490 or so. So I got bumped up to 3,520-ish. But yeah, great defense win. Up next, we have an attack on Jeff Onseca of BR Phoenix Force. Right off the bat, you'll notice this when I lure his queen in clan castle. He has a golem in his clan castle, which likely means he was trying to actively raid, and his internet cut out. Maybe his Wi-Fi died, which I guess sucks to be him, especially since I found him from pretty far under him. But you win some, you lose some. I generally like attacking this style of base. It's usually a guaranteed easy 50 to 60%. There's a couple times where I've barely pulled off the 50% just by the skin of my teeth, even with heroes. But I have yet to actually lose against this type of base. As you can see, I'm just doing what I always do, which is just to take out the archer towers and pick off the buildings. So far, my push is going actually a lot faster than I expected it to. It's gotten to the point where I'm going to try and upload at least 1 video per day, possibly even 2 on some days. And I'm still not going to be able to keep up with my push. So if you don't want any spoilers, try not to look at the US leaderboards or the top 200 for the next week or 2. Because I'm climbing way faster than I thought, and I just can't keep up with how many videos I have to produce. I'm literally have replays saved just coming out of my ears, and I'm just trying to pack them all into multiple videos. I've got like 2 more videos ready to be voiced over, just sitting on my desktop, just full like 10-minute videos, and I'm only at about 3,633 right now. This attack and all that I'm showing you, I was at like 3,400. I climbed 300 trophies a day pretty much, and it's gonna slow down. It's starting to slow down. It's starting to slow down plenty. But basically, as long as I keep gemming spells, which of course I'm gonna put the link to the app bounty at the bottom if you want to help out with me affording that, go ahead and do it. Thanks if you do. No pressure if you don't. And I hate sounding like all those people are like, oh my god, check out this free stuff. No. As soon as the push is done, I am just deleting that off my phone. But for now, it is sort of burning a hole in my pocket to keep the spells coming. My searches take so long that I just don't have time to cook the spells, so I have to gem them. Up here we have Ranger Men of Global Titans. It's got a pretty crazy base. I wasn't exactly sure how to attack it or where any of his traps and stuff would be, so I sort of just picked off the easy buildings and played it by ear. I took one look at this base and knew I could 1-star it, no problem. All those buildings outside. I have no idea why people make these bases or how people who got to Champions League can actually think that making a base like this is a good idea. There are some bases that look crazy but are actually really good, but those ones are intelligently put together. The person actually thinks about making it look terrible, but in this case it just generally is. All these free buildings. The other ones look like they have free buildings, but in reality your troops go all different directions and hit every trap and all that good stuff. And they actually do win some in Champions League. One guy in my clan has one of those just huge open bases with the U-shaped walls. And whoever inspects him and then talks to me always says, wow, his base looks terrible. But they haven't seen his defense replay. Some of them are actually kind of, I guess you'd say they're kind of funny. Just people losing or barely getting 50% by the skin of their teeth. It's actually a lot harder to win on those big open bases with this sort of U-shaped or V-shaped walls behind them, the multi-layered walls, because your troops will just scatter all over the place and spread out, and nothing will be supporting anything. You won't have a group of this here followed by a group of that. You'll just have one here, one there, and they'll all be getting picked off just from all directions. I'm actually nexting through 1 trophy bases right now, and highest I've seen is a 6. I'm trying to look for more. It was some guy in low champion was worth 6. Just a bunch of 1s. It does get a little depressing. I don't see why people up in the top who stay up in the top all the time actually enjoy this. Oh, client and server are out of sync. Luckily I wasn't during an attack. Loading. Yeah, I'm gonna have to restart my search over again and wait for like 5 minutes before my attack can even start, just staring at clouds. It's not that bad yet. There are people, I'm gonna get to the point where, like these people, I have to stare at clouds for like 30 plus minutes. That's not gonna be fun. And generally, if I have to, I'll be boosting my barracks and gemming my spells, but that means every single attack will cost me about 70 to 80 gems, which is a lot, and I really don't want to spend that just to hit the top 200. But if I have to, I'll find a way. If I can do it through app bounty or something, that'd be one way to do it. Because I am going to be getting top 200. I'm just hoping that it doesn't totally destroy my wallet. And that'll definitely have me have my fill of gemming for the rest of my life. Sorry if the audio sounds a bit bad for part of it. I didn't realize how tired I was, and I was actually leaning against the microphone and sort of jamming my nose against it, and it was making the sound go all crummy. This right here for the final raid is what you generally want to find, because the one good thing about having so few targets is that not only does the search function stretch lower to find a target, it also looks higher above you than normal to find a target. There have been people who found plus 50 or more in matchmaking. Just 3-star is like plus 52 or something just by hitting next. This right here was pretty close. This one is the highest I have yet seen while searching. I've seen a couple others pretty close to it. I'll show you at the end exactly what it was. But generally I like attacking this style base, even though it looks like mine. The variation I did on it actually changes it enough. Even the tiny changes it enough that it performs much better. Like this one, I always know that I can get a 1-star on this. There's a couple ones I've seen that I could get a 2-star on. I could not get a 2-star on this one because of those multi-inferno towers. Not with 20 balloons. I'd have to carry a lot more and take a lot more of a risk to do it. But as you can see, there's no chance of me losing now. I'm back to nexting in Clash, and all I'm seeing are things between 1 and 6 for a 3-star. Generally, I'm looking right now for someone who has at least 12. I'm willing to search for up to half an hour to find someone, because my army takes 41 minutes to build. So, generally, I'll look for most of that time, and then have to gem the spells. Just looking for a +4. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.